It's me, I promise, Winter Villain. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We have a lot of specifically Disney park news to talk about today, but we also have a lot of other park news. For instance, I have news from Universal Studios Japan, Hollywood, Orlando, Legoland. I've never even been to a Legoland. Anyway, all that to say, we do give Disney special treatment, obviously. But I have news from other parks today. Hi, Chuck. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for the heart. Yeah, no John today. This is like the second Perez in the parks I've done without the Perez. I'm not Perez. um, so, but he's busy. He's out singing and dancing about Christmas. So, I had to take one for the team. There's just so much to talk about that, like, if I put it off any longer, it'd be a 4-hour stream. So, today we're going to talk about a bunch of parks, but news from my last update last month to now. So there's so much to talk about. Who's at my front door? Probably Amazon, honestly. It's about that time. We're getting a bunch of packages. Anyway, sorry. I'm off my focus. Okay. Let's talk about some Disney park news. This is the show where we talk about everything theme park related. We did a small detour. If you saw the video I posted about the Renaissance Festival. Right. Actually, it was a medieval festival, the Sarasota Medieval Festival. Wrapped up its last weekend. And I made a video about our experience going. It was so much fun. And that's themed entertainment. So it counts for Perez in the parks. So if you haven't seen that video, go see that video. If you're in the Sarasota area, Tampa Bay area, Central Florida area, next time Sarasota Ren Fair is in town, it'll probably be fall next year. You have to go. It was so much fun. My hands are so dry. Anyway, all right. So to keep us on track, I've added something. Okay. First, we're going to talk about the Disney company as a whole because there have been multiple reports of Disney testing drones, entertainment drones, fun drones, at the Disney Ranch in California. So this is reported on everything I'm going to talk about today. I found on WDW News Today, their website. They're like the source for Disney Parks news. So this was reported a while ago. And we've already kind of seen some of what this testing could be brought to fruition, which we'll talk about later. Exactly. Squirrel. I'm very distracted. We'll talk about later when we talk about the Disney Destiny christening. Is that what it's called? Or did I just make that up? Anyway, anyway, but I've been saying this for years. I know we had that drone show at Disney Springs. We need to replace all the fireworks. Okay, no, okay, maybe this is a controversial opinion. Replace all the fireworks shows with drone shows. I don't hate fireworks shows. I'm down to watch a fireworks show once. I don't enjoy loud noises. I don't like loud noises, and fireworks are very loud, and drones aren't. It's just like, look at the stuff you can do with them. If you guys saw there was a K-pop Demon Hunters drone show in Korea that they posted on YouTube, and John and I just watched it a couple nights ago. The things that they're able to do is so cool. They have drone stuff at like specifically Disneyland Paris comes to mind. So I know it can be done. We need drones in the United States Disney parks. Thank you. Remember during COVID when they were like, okay, we need some kind of new like show in the sky to show people like spend your money at Disney. We're coming off of COVID. Everything's cool again. No reason to be sad. And they gave us those kites at Animal Kingdom. Do you remember the kite show? I don't even remember what it was called. It doesn't exist anymore because it was so bad. What? Right. Right. Um, anyway, so like, I know that that was a daytime show and this would have to be a nighttime show, but just drones, more drones, entertainment drones in Disney parks, less fireworks. So loud. Do they make silent fireworks? Something to think about. Anyway, we're moving on from this update. Let me change this real quick. Got to do this manually. Didn't pre-program any of these. Okay, let's talk about Disney World. All right. Okay, hold on. No, I'm not going to do the specific parks. This is Disney World in Florida. Thank you. Once upon a stage, the magic of Disney on Broadway will return for the 2026 Epcot International Festival of the Arts with new props and new costumes. This, obviously, John is literally performing in a cabaret right now. He's very interested in this, and so am I as a former thespian, honors thespian. Thank you very much. I put in my time. Thank you. This was one of our favorite parts of the Arts and Farts Festival. And it's really exciting to hear that it's not only coming back, but that we'll be seeing new things showcased. So this is from last year. You can see that they had like the Broadway costumes. The Lion King stuff in particular is like so cool. And it's so, I almost said interesting. I say that word far too much. Seeing the amount of detail that goes into these costumes that are meant to be seen from afar and like never get fully appreciated. It feels really, it's like a pretty like powerful feeling. Like not everyone gets to see these costumes this close up and can see like the artistry that goes into them. So it's so cool that they're doing this. I'm glad that they bring it back. I hope they bring it back every year, and I hope we get to cycle through new costumes, new set pieces every year. Yeah, this alongside the Hercules show opening on the Disney Destiny, it's made my Disney theater heart happy. So yeah, interested to see what props, costumes, what shows we're pulling from for 2026. Yes, okay. Oh, also, the Broadway performers for Festival of the Arts have been announced. Man, I made this so small. Hold on, I gotta get close here. Isabella McCalla from Aladdin, and Adam Jacobs from Aladdin will be there in January. Sierra Boggess, right? I thought I had my copy of the 25th anniversary Royal Albert Hall edition of Phantom of the Opera up here, but I must have moved it. But like Queen, she was in the Little Mermaid on Broadway, if you did not know. She'll be here with Michael James Scott from Aladdin, also in January. Oh man, these names are so small. She's gonna make this a little bit bigger here for me. Anastasia McClensky from Tarzan, and Josh Strickland, also from Tarzan, will be here at the end of January, early February. Mandy Gonzalez from Aida. Ooh. And Kissy Simmons from The Lion King will be here end of January, early February. Ainsley Melham from Aladdin and Ashley Brown from Mary Poppins will be here in February. Susan Egan from Beauty and the Beast and James Monroe Iglehart, crazy pull from Aladdin, will be here also in February. And then Ashley Brown from Mary Poppins, Ainsley Melham from Aladdin, Susan Egan from Beauty and the Beast, and James Monroe Iglehart from Aladdin will be here at the end of February as well. I'm seeing a lot of new by these people's names. These are some crazy pulls. I don't want to think about what that means for the state of live theater and specifically Broadway in this country, but for us, it's pretty cool. I know John would love to go see specifically James Monroe Iglehart and maybe Sierra Boggess. A lot of Aladdin. Yeah, a lot of Aladdin. Not very many I'm wondering if they try to rotate casts like year to year. I'm surprised there's no like Lion King actors in here. But last year I feel like someone from Lion King was there. Anyway, so I'm wondering if that's why they're pulling so much Aladdin. Maybe this. Oh, there is one person from Lion King. I mean Lion King. Maybe this is also going to influence what we see in the Once Upon a Stage section. Maybe we'll see a lot of Aladdin. That'd be cool. I think there was some last year. Oh yeah, there was like a whole Aladdin section where you had a photo op with the lamp, and I do have a picture of John rubbing the lamp, so that's fun. So yes, that's exciting. Again, I love Arts and Farts. It's one of my favorites. I feel like they're all one of my favorites, but specifically this one's one of my favorites. So it'll be really cool to be able to see some of these people perform live. And I've never seen on stage before. So very exciting. Clock those dates if you're interested in seeing someone specific. Don't miss them. All right. New Year's Eve, fireworks. Fireworks. Why not a drone show? So at Magic Kingdom, there will be Fantasy in the Sky on December 30th and 31st at 7:30 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. So if you want to see some New Year's or the day before New Year's Eve fireworks, you have multiple opportunities to do those in Magic Kingdom, which is pretty cool. At Epcot, Cheers to the New Year will be December 31st at 11:54 p.m. I'm guessing it's a 6-minute show. Don't ask me where I pulled that from. But yeah, so if you are going to Disney for New Year's Eve, you're very brave. Those are the times that you can expect to see some fireworks shows at Disney World for New Year's Eve. Has anyone, listen, I know I'm not talking to a lot of people right now, but has anyone ever even considered, there are certain days at Disney where I'm like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, you will not catch me in a Disney park. Not because I'm like, oh, well, I need to spend that time with my family. I am, and I do, but that's not necessarily even the reason. It's just that, oh my God, it seems so busy. I have no desire. Drone plus fireworks would be nice. I agree. I think there's a way to make them join nicely. Best of both worlds. I'm just saying, like, the drones are so... I feel like drones are so underutilized. But again, with that testing at the ranch, maybe... With the drone show at the Destiny christening, maybe they're catching on. We got to get you some earplugs since you don't like loud noises. I cover my ear. Okay, sometimes well, it's not we. The last time this happened, it was because Disney, we were at Magic Kingdom and our goal was to leave before the fireworks. So we started walking towards the exit like half an hour before the fireworks started. It was so busy. Like it's happened before to where we go like backstage kind of by like, what's that restaurant called? The baseball restaurant on Main Street, like behind Casey's. Behind that, there's like this exit that leads you back around past like circumventing the Emporium in the back to get you towards the exit faster. They've opened that before. I've walked it before. This time they did not. We were pushing past people. Like it was crazy. And so we didn't get out in time. So the fireworks start, we're on Main Street, basically crowded, and I'm covering my ears, just like trying. I'm hearing Jordan Fisher. I'm like, God, no. I'm trying to leave. So yeah, maybe I do need to invest in some earplugs, but like that wasn't my fault. I don't consider that poor planning on my part. That was Disney's fault that they didn't have their exit strategies worked out well enough for me to get out before the fireworks started. But that is usually our method is we stay until right before the fireworks start. If the fireworks start when I'm on the ferry, we've done well. That's fine. And then we beat all those people back to the parking lot. Earplugs are better than covering your ears, yes. But also earplugs make my ears hurt. I think I have very small ear canals. We're getting off topic again, but I feel like I have small ear canals, so they always hurt me. And I don't want to lug around my headphones. I do have noise canceling headphones. I've actually brought those to WWE events before. It's not so much the noise during the show because I'm distracted by the show, but it's everyone talking at once before the show starts in the stadium or the arena, and just like hearing everyone chatter, it makes me a little bit anxious. So I have brought my headphones there before, but it's just they're a pain to lug around. And Disney should open more exits so I can get out before the fireworks start. Anyway, um, Astro Fizz, the new snack kiosk in Tomorrowland, opened on the 1st of November. Sorry, I'm so late reporting this. It has standard snacks like slushies, churros, and popcorn. I did see some themed snacks, maybe for the holidays, coming out of Astro Fizz. But it looks really cool. But if their main thing a majority of the time is popcorn and soda, girl, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. But it looks cool from the outside. They have ear covering headphones, and the wrestling bros are the worst. Yeah. Listen, they're having fun. Thank you for the likes, Chuck. But it's just so much chatter, and then they'll go woo woo, and I'm like, oh my God, like it hasn't even started yet, and we're wooing. I hate that. John loves it. He'll woo along. Anyway. Okay. Where was I? Astro Fizz. Yeah, it's there. We'll see if they get more interesting stuff in as we go and as seasonally things are happening, but churros and popcorn and soda was kind of boring. All right. Frozen Holiday Surprise. It's a stage show on the castle, and it's running November 7th through December 31st. So if you want to see it, hurry up. You have like 3 weeks to get that done. Some comments were filtered. Yeah. You know who you are and you know what you did. Okay. Zootopia Better Together opened on November 7th over in Animal Kingdom. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't even seen like POV footage of it yet because I want to be a little bit surprised. But I have heard that they're already having issues with the Clawhauser animatronic. It's been a month. Okay. If you've been, did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you like It's Tough to Be a Bug better? Let me know. Is it worth my while? I'll end up seeing it eventually, but already having issues with the animatronic is kind of foul. Next, the Perch. Look at how beautiful this bar looks. The Perch is the new, what do they call it? Bird cage bar at the Grand Floridian. Just reopened after I think they redid the whole like lobby of the Grand Floridian. And it's quite small, but it looks beautiful. I would love to get a $30 drink from this bar. Nothing. Just wanted to comment on that. If you were waiting for this to open, or if you have a recent upcoming trip to the Grand Floridian or anywhere in Disney World plan, you can swing by the Grand Floridian and get a very expensive, I presume, cocktail from this very beautiful bar. But isn't this the reason that we don't have a gingerbread house, a big gingerbread house in the Grand Floridian? Isn't it this guy's fault? Okay. Next up, Tally. So if you guys remember on TikTok, $30 you got monies. $30, me and John are splitting it. Honestly, at Disney, I feel like most of the drinks are around like $14. Not saying that's a reasonable price because it's not. But they'll give you a strong pour for $14. I don't know if it's getting your money's worth, but Those Disney drinks are strong. That's why you see people getting escorted out of Epcot a lot. Because those drinks are strong. They're drinking around the world. It's more reasonable, especially if they're like cool drinks, like or not even drinks. There's my favorite provision is what they call it. Alcoholic provision at Oga's Cantina in Hollywood Studios. It's basically like a jello shot in a petri dish that you eat with a spoon. Like, okay, I'll pay $15 for that. There's Pop Rocks all in it. Delicious. It's delicious. Can't taste the alcohol. That's how I prefer it. But yeah, John got this one drink in this souvenir mug. That thing was like, I think like 50 or $60. But you get a mug out of it. You get a cool mug. So isn't it worth it? But yeah, some of them are a little crazy. Tally. Back to Tally. If you remember last year, if you were on Disney TikTok last year, there is an elf in the Disney World Christmas parade called Tally the Elf, and Tally's job is like checking the list to make sure who's good and bad or whatever. Became super popular. This one specific actor portraying Tally got super popular. And so people were going to like see Tally and film Tally and all this stuff. Well, as it happens, can't have too much of a good thing because this year, Tally is technically still there. There's an elf with the clipboard, but completely recast the character, and Tally doesn't interact with the guests as much that I've seen. So I think that was I don't think Disney as a park, and we'll talk about this more later, I don't think Disney as a park wants their performers, like their face performers, becoming almost influencers or like personalities, because then they're not they're I think there's some multiple issues that could possibly create for the company, but also for the actor, for the performer. I think this was like a mix of both, because I feel like the performer said something, and maybe not said something. Maybe people were just speculating that it's like, this person probably doesn't like being interacted with for views in such a way. I don't know. Maybe it's like a protection thing. Maybe it's a Disney not wanting their performers to become internet famous thing. Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know. Tally was recast and they're limiting the interaction to not have a similar situation as last year. If that's upsetting to you, I can understand why that's upsetting to you. Especially if you were like, oh, I saw all those videos of Tally last year. I can't wait to see Tally. I bought this $200 ticket to see Tally. I get that. But also, like, don't buy a $200 ticket to see one specific performer at Disney. Unless it's like your family or something, I guess. But you get what I mean. But yes, that's the fate of Tally. New seasonal juggling show at Hollywood Studios featuring Donald Duck. It's called the Record Setters Holiday Juggling Show. That's a mouthful. And it's scheduled to perform multiple times daily through December 22nd. So only a couple more weeks there. I want to see this show so bad. I love that they're doing, I think it feels like they're doing more of these like street performances. I think this is beneficial because it pulls foot traffic. People will stop and watch this, and lines maybe go down for other stuff. I think Disney as a whole, especially Disney World, needs more stuff like this, more like in the street, spontaneous kind of short, fun shows. If you can do something like juggling, acrobatics, like the mime in Italy, like that's all cool. Like some people might not see that anywhere else, but here, I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I like that Donald Duck is incorporated. I find that very funny. Because I know if he messes stuff up, oh, he's gonna get PO'd. We don't cuss on this stream. Not this one. But I know he's going to get PO'd. Girl, who told me that? No one told me that this was crooked. Hold on. Let me fix my stuff here. All right. But yeah, so that's at Hollywood Studios until December 22nd if you would like to check it out. There's a new holiday exhibit at Hollywood Studios as well, featuring costumes and props from The Muppet Christmas Carol, The Santa Claus 1 and 2, Babes in Toyland, and Noel. This is fun. Remember, I was just talking about how much I like seeing all of the details of the costumes and set pieces up close and personal. Well, it's that, but holiday edition. I if you know me, you know I'm a huge Santa Claus fan, Santa Claus 1, the Santa Claus. I'm a huge fan. So I would also really like to. I haven't had an opportunity to go see like anything Christmassy because you know who's so busy recently. It's fine. But this is something that I would like. I would go to Hollywood Studios just to see this. This is so cool. And all of the Muppet Christmas Carol stuff is super cute. I saw a different picture of that. But yeah, so that's over. Does it say? No, that's over behind Mickey and Minnie's in that building that's on the corner before you head towards Toy Story Land. It's that like special, they put like special limited stuff in there. So that's where that is if you'd like to go see it. There's a new blind box store at the Marketplace Co-op in Disney Springs. It's called the Disney Drop Shop, and it opened back on November 21st. So it's still relatively new. I haven't been in there yet. I'm not a blind box guy. I want to know what I'm paying for, and I want to collect it on my little board. So I'm not a blind box person, but I know it's having this huge boom right now. A lot of people are really into blind boxes and collecting and completing their collections and all that jazz. So I think it's smart of Disney to have a very specific place where people can find that kind of stuff. And just like, I think it's just an additional opportunity instead of just being at the mercy of the small blind box section of every pin stand. So very cool. I think it's a smart move. Haven't been, but I know Brittany specifically is very excited for this one. She has to be. All right. Next up, oh yeah, okay. So if you missed any of these 3 AP magnets, if you're an annual pass holder, you have an opportunity to go grab all 3 from Animal Kingdom at the Discovery Trading Company, but you only have until December 19th. Sorry, could have gotten you that news a little bit sooner. My bad. I saw the lines for this. I'm pretty sure it was like from day 1 that they started doing the pickups. I saw the lines. Oh my God. I just rather not have the magnets. Like it was crazy, the lines. And again, these are 3 that they released previously, but they're re-releasing them in a 3-pack. I think you get all 3, just in case you missed any of them throughout the year. So go stand in line for that, I guess. Go on maybe a Wednesday or Tuesday when it's less busy, but that's there for you. And again, that's at Animal Kingdom at the Discovery Trading Company. For pass holders. Right. All right. On January 27th, 2026, so next month, Magic Kingdom's closing early, very early, at 4:30 p.m. I think this is for some kind of cast member appreciation night. I think they do it once a year. So if you have plans, if you're going to Magic Kingdom on the 27th of January, thinking you're going to be there till park closes at 9, sweetie, you got a big storm coming. Closes at 4:30. Thought I'd let you know just in case anyone needed to hear this. Rock and Roller Coaster. Rock and Roller Coaster's pre-show was closed. Like just closed. No fuss about it. They just one day it's gone. Disney has said previously that they are trying to start work on the Muppets takeover of Rock and Roller Coaster, before they close for refurbishment to keep that closure period short. So instead of closing it and making all of these changes, they're just going to start making changes in bits and pieces that don't affect the rideability of the ride. So yes, this happened. Oh, it doesn't say. I think this was like last week that someone showed us. People were like, "Hey, wait a minute, the pre-show's gone." So that screen where you see, who is it? Aerosmith. Uh-oh, Aerosmith, and you see their very overworked manager, and she's like, "We've got to go." That it's gone forever, and rip. So, um, the current version of the ride is going to close sometime in spring 2026, but it's supposed to reopen summer 2026. So because they're starting to work, I presume now they're working on the pre-show for the Muppets version of the ride. Because they're doing all of this ahead of time, the closure is going to be short, maybe even like a month, 2 months. What's spring? What's summer? It's all summer in Florida, baby. I don't know what specifically spring starts and ends, but spring 2026, it's going to close. Summer 2026, it's going to reopen, and it's going to be Muppets. And you're going to be okay with it. All right. Bluey. Hands up if you love Bluey. Thank you for the likes. Bluey, I have Bluey news for like a lot of Disney stuff, but for specifically Disney World, there's a Bluey experience coming to Animal Kingdom in summer of 2026. So from what I hear, it's like you can play with them and dance with them and do they get play games in the show, I guess. And then there's going to be a meet and greet. So, seems to be a lot of stuff that you'll be able to do with Bluey. This is like part of a longer Bluey rollout in the Disney parks. And I guess Bluey was on like a cruise line, one of the Disney cruise ships in January of this year as like a surprise guest. So it makes sense. We're gonna see more Bluey across the parks. So that's the Bluey experience is coming to Animal Kingdom in summer of 2026. Soarin' Across America. I previously told you guys about this new version of Soarin'. People are divided, much like our great nation. I don't know what to think about this. We'll see. But if you didn't know, Soarin' in Disney World and Disney California Adventure are temporarily, limited time, going to be changed to Soarin' Across America, to celebrate something like our country's like anniversary, some anniversary or something that we did. I don't know, guys. Hey, I don't know. But yeah. So if you have trips planned soon being next year, next summer, yeah, don't get excited for the Soarin' that you thought you were going to see, because you're going to see Soarin' Across America. Maybe it'll be great. You never know. Soarin' Across America is opening in Epcot by May 25th, 2026. Okay? By was used specifically. My guess is with everything else recently that we've seen coming out of refurbishment early, like Spaceship Earth came out of refurbishment early. Big Thunder Mountain came out of refurbishment early in California. What else came out of? PhilharMagic came out of refurbishment early. I'm guessing that's why they put that by date. It might open before that, but May 25th is Memorial Day. So that's like, it will be open by Memorial Day. And again, that's only in Epcot. California has a different opening date for their Soarin' Across America. And I'm 30,000% sure it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing for both parks, right? I mean, right? They're called the same thing. I'm going to say it's the same thing. So anyway, May 25th. And it just says that it's going to run for a limited time. So I don't know when old Soren's coming back. Don't ask me. I don't know. We'll see. Um, it can't last longer than the end of the year. I think it'll just be like maybe a couple months. I'm just excited to smell some dirt, guys. I love the smell of the dirt. That's the one with smells, right? Soren has smells. I haven't been. Yeah, Soren has smells. Because the elephant and they blow the dirt up in the air and I go, Soren has smells for sure. All right. Frozen Ever After is going to close January 26th, 2026 to fix the projection faces. Not fix, to replace the projection faces. We're going from projected 2D faces to 3D faces, much like the picture I'm showing you. This picture is from, one of the other parks. Can't remember which one. But I hated those projection faces. I'm excited to see them gone forever. Frozen forever. Anyway, it'll reopen sometime in February. We don't have the specific date on that yet, but if you have a trip coming up late January, early February, Frozen's going to be closed. Sorry, like one of the 4 rides at Epcot's going to be down. The Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, the dates were announced. It's going to run from March 4th, 2026 through June 1st, 2026. So you got, what is that, a couple months? Yeah, 3 months. That's actually a long run. It's the same run as last year. Just feels long when you say it out loud. I love Flower and Garden. Is it one of my favorites? They all are, apparently. But I really like Flower and Garden. I love seeing the topiaries and such. So, yeah, exciting. We have dates on that. If you love the Flower and Garden Festival, it's your favorite festival of all time, plan your trip now. March 4th, 2026 through June 1st, 2026. All right, I need to change the words again. Hold on. Where the heck? Okay. Disneyland, California. Okay. We're moving over to Disneyland, California. Yeah, okay. So the Evil Queen. As I mentioned earlier with Tally, the same fate befalls the beloved Evil Queen. So the Evil Queen is not going away entirely, but they have changed the character to a seasonal character. And now she will be a villain that comes out during Halloween, like only Halloween. I think that is kind of crazy. So it's a similar story to Tally, where one performer of the Evil Queen was so good at their job, same as Tally, that Disney was like, well, no, we can't be doing that. Because people were like, I was hearing tales of people getting disappointed when a different performer was portraying the Evil Queen during their trip, because they were so excited to meet this specific Evil Queen that was very popular in social media. But it almost feels like retaliation on Disney's part to be like, well, then we're just going to take the queen away for 3/4 of the year. Right? Like that doesn't seem reasonable to me. It almost feels like punishing the actor for like, sorry, you were too good. You were simply too good at your job that now like we're cutting your hours. Sorry. Yeah. So I don't know if this one's gonna stand, because Tally's always seasonal. You know what I mean? Tally's supposed to only be there during Christmas. It's a Christmas character. The Evil Queen is like, I don't know. And I think it was multiple villains. I don't think it's only the Evil Queen. I can't remember who else was included in that mix, but just especially when like we're creating a whole villains land in Disney World, you just put out a villains show in Hollywood studios, you understand how beloved the Disney villains are because you're catering to that and trying to have that be a reason to bring people to your parks, right? And then you do this. Certain villains are only going to be seasonal during Halloween. Like that doesn't make any sense to me from a business perspective. And again, maybe they're trying to protect the performer from like too much unwanted attention and it's happened in the past with Disney performers where like people find out their real names and like find their social medias and maybe that's an okay thing to do. Maybe it's a breach of privacy. I don't know. I don't know. She's too iconic. I agree. I agree. She's so good. And in my head, when someone's like that good at their job, I would want to platform them more. I would want to to I don't know, put like I would have loved to see that specific performer at like the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. We saw an evil queen there. Cause there's like a big part of the Disney Destiny ship is villains. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. You know that villains are super popular. You yourself are doing this big push to prioritize villains and profit off of that same love. And yet, oh well, these villains are getting too popular on social media. I'm gonna just take them out. Just they'll be we'll parade them out for Halloween only. Disney villains are what am I trying to say? Disney villains are a year-round joy. Not just for Halloween. Anyway, so that's happening. But I can't see this happening. I don't see it sticking for very long. Cuz that one really pissed people off. And I think it pissed the actors off too. Cuz even they were like go talk to somebody, like complain to people about how much you don't like this decision so it can be changed. And again, that's more iconic behavior. All right. There's a new holiday character meal experience over at the Storytellers Cafe in the Grand Californian. It's a Mickey's Christmas Carol feast, and the characters are appearing in their Christmas Carol costumes. That's so cute. Look at them. Oh my God. I love it. So this is only happening from November 17th through January 6th, again at the Storytellers Cafe in the Grand Californian. So you don't have very long to go see them, but these outfits are so cute. If I was on that side of the country, man, I'd go. Actually, I wouldn't. So here's the thing. I don't like interacting with the characters because I'm so awkward. And I don't want to make their job hard, you know? But it looks so cool. Look at them. Oh, they're cute. Anyway. Next. Oh, Claw Hauser, Nick Wilde, and Judy Hopps from Zootopia and Zootopia will appear in Hollywoodland in the Disney's California Adventure beginning November 24th for a limited time. So if you want to go meet Nick and Judy and Clawhauser, one, be cool. Hey, everyone, be cool. I'm hearing far too much discourse. I heard it the first film and I'm hearing it the second film. These are animated animals, guys, and we must be cool to these people in these costumes. We must be cool. All right? But they are there and they will take a picture with you. Your dreams are coming true. All right, again, that's Disney's California Adventure beginning November 24th for a limited time. Don't know when that ends. Good luck. And the Disneyland After Dark events. These are those really cool things that they do over in Disneyland that they do not do in Disney World. For what reason? Anyway, they announced 2026's events and the nights of those events. And these nights happen between January and June 2026 from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's only select nights through that time period, but 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Late night party at Disneyland and over at Disney World. We're twiddling our thumbs, I guess. All right, Sweethearts Night. Here's a list of the days that Sweethearts Night is happening. I'm pretty sure all of these are just like there's special merch, special food, special character costumes, certain characters coming out to do photo ops, stuff like that. Sounds fun. And 70 years of favorites. So Disneyland is turning 70 next year. So they're having a couple days of like a celebration specifically for their 70th anniversary. So that's just 2 dates that they're doing that in March. Disney Channel night, the one I was most envious of last year, will be in April. And I'm the fool. 3 nights in April. There you go. Have fun. Don't send me any pictures. Don't send me any videos of your fun time at Disney Channel night. Star Wars night. I almost said a bad word. But I won't. 4 nights, end of April, early May, including May the 4th, obviously. And Return of the 6th, obviously. That's what that is, right? May the 4th, Return of the 6th. Return of the 6th. Yeah. And then Pride Night is going to be 2 days in June. That makes sense to me. What other month are you going to do it? So that's rounding out the end of the Disneyland After Dark event nights. Have fun, guys. Have fun over there. Have fun. Hyperspace Mountain's coming back, returning April 28th, 2026 for a limited time. I think when John and I went to Disneyland many moons ago, I think it was during Hyperspace Mountain. I don't remember what vibes. I don't remember anything of the ride. I remember the ride vehicles because they were so much better than our ride vehicles because they were 2-seaters instead of it at our the Disney World Space Mountain. You're basically sitting and the person in front of you's back is in between your legs. That's an exaggeration, but it's single file. And they don't take kindly to people with hips. So I liked the ride vehicles. Anyway, Hyperspace Mountain, April 28th for a limited time. Have fun with that as well, Disney frickin' Land. I mean, Disneyland. Bluey, surprise, more Bluey. Bluey is having their a stage show. Bluey's Best Day Ever, ! Running starting March 22nd, 2026 through the year at the Fantasyland Theater at Disneyland. Bluey's there, Bingo's there, your kids are there. What else is going on here? It looks almost like nature vibes, like camping vibes. Okay, Bluey. Yeah. Again, this is part of the Bluey takeover that I was telling you about earlier. We're getting a little Bluey in a lot of parks. Okay. Soarin' Across America opens at Disney's California Adventure July 2nd, 2026, right before the 4th of July. Again, don't know when that ends, but I do know when it starts, and that's July 2nd, 2026. Have fun with that. I don't think we saw Soarin' over California. Maybe we did. I can't remember. Anyway, I know people love Soarin' over California, so. Is that the one they like, or is that the one they hate? Let me know. I can't remember. Yesterday, December 6th, was the first night of Disneyland's Candlelight Processional, and the celebrity narrator was revealed to be Benjamin Bratt. Right. I love Benjamin Bratt. Hey. Benjamin Bratt was Ernesto de la Cruz in Coco, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. So makes sense why he's there, right? And I don't know how the Disneyland processional works. At Disney World, we have like a bunch of celebrities coming through for the whole month. I don't know if they only have one at Disneyland. Someone let me know. How many guest narrators do you have in a year? Is it just the one? Anyway, Benjamin Bratt. Yeah, have fun. Have fun with that. It's just me. The whole Disneyland segment is just me being jealous of Disneyland. All right. Oh, I've got to change this again. Hold on. We're moving over. We're going across and oh, girl. Now I know I typed this S. It's just trying to catch me slipping. Okay. We're going abroad. We're going to Disneyland Paris. The 2026 Halloween festival dates were announced for Disneyland Paris. If you wanted to go to Paris for Halloween, that honestly kind of sounds really fun. September 26th through November 1st, 2026 are going to be the Halloween festival dates. Buy your plane tickets. Annette's Diner, which is a retro 1950s themed all-American diner at Disneyland Paris, is closing January 5th, 2026 for a long-term refurbishment. But they are expected to maintain the 50s American diner theme when it is reopened. So we're not losing the iconicness of Annette's. She's just going to bed for a little bit. She's sleeping it off. I've never even heard of this restaurant, but the idea of going to an American themed themed dining establishment in a different country, I would love that. I love that. I love that idea. It sounds so much fun. Because then I can be like, this is all inaccurate. Not that I was alive in the 50s, but I know a thing or two from Greece and such. But it sounds like a lot of fun. This is the biggest diner I've ever seen. But yeah, so unfortunately, if you were planning a Disneyland Paris trip and for some reason you wanted to go if you're in the US to Paris and then eat at a US diner, like I would love to do, it will be closed, I think, maybe the rest of the year. It says long term. When did they ever say that? Anyway. Disney Adventure World. Oh, hold on. Adventure World. If I make a typo, like a bad one, please let me know. Don't bully me about it though, but let me know. I'm doing this on the fly. Okay. World of Frozen. And subsequently the rest of the Adventure Bay expansion will open on March 29th, 2026. I'm so excited for World of Frozen. You guys know that I do enjoy the Frozen movie. I have watched Frozen 1 many a time. I do like Tangled more. But I like the idea of like a themed Frozen area of the park. The closest we have is Norway in Epcot, which is like basically Frozen themed now. But yeah, so Walt Disney Studios Park will also be renamed Disney Adventure World on that same day. So March 29th, World of Frozen's opening, Adventure Bay expansion's opening, and the park is being renamed. Huge day. You like Frozen 2? I did like Frozen 2, not as much as the first Frozen. I really liked Kristoff's song in Frozen 2. And I like that the like main like song that Idina Menzel and Evan Rachel Wood do. But like Frozen 1's, oh, it would have been a crazy feat for Frozen 2 to have topped Frozen 1 in my books. But I did like it. It wasn't bad at all. Tangled is better than both. All right. I would love to go to Disney Adventure World. So, if you were thinking of going, I would go after March 29th to get the full experience of all the new stuff that's opening up on that day. Um, and the upcoming World of Frozen will also have a boat show with an original song written by Frozen composers Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez, the Lopezes. So that's cool and exciting. Love the writing duo of Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez. John did introduce me to them because of course he did. But yeah, I love the idea of putting an original song into a ride. They did the same thing, I'm pretty sure, for Bayou Adventure, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Um, so yeah, that's cool, and would love to see a little boat ride. Um, Boat show, sorry. I'm not on the boat. I don't get to ride the boat. Right, okay. In 2026, the new Adventure Bay Area in Disneyland Paris will debut a new nighttime spectacular, Disney Cascade of Lights, which includes over 300 drones. See, it can be done. This is giving Phantasmic with drones. That sounds perfect. That's exactly what I want. And they're doing it in Disneyland Paris. Sorry, Disney Adventure World. Why not here? Why not here as well? Anyway, this will be really fun. I'm excited to see whatever pro shot comes out of it because I'm not lugging my big behind to Disneyland Paris anytime soon. So that'll be fun to see. I love watching the shows on YouTube because they're not loud and there aren't a bunch of people there. So a self-walking, living, talking animatronic version of Olaf is coming to both the World of Frozen lands in Paris and Hong Kong. We have no exact dates yet, but we did see Olaf at a press event for World of Frozen last month. And if any of you are Defunct Land fans, you would know the hilarious timing of this announcement. Kevin Perjurer of Defunct Land had just put out a 4-hour video about the what were they called? Living oh, I forgot the name. The living, it's basically the project that Disney had to create these living animatronics and put them in the park, and seemingly how that was abandoned. And then after I watched that 4-hour video, one of the first things I saw was this Olaf, which is it was exactly everything that he was talking about. If you haven't seen it yet, if you haven't seen any Defunct Land yet, what are you doing? It's documentaries about mostly theme park news. There is some Muppets and shows and TV. There's a whole Defunct Land TV series. Anyway, really high quality stuff. I could listen to him talk for hours. I just did. I watched that 4-hour video in one shot while I was working. And I might watch it again because it was just so good. Anyway, so yeah. And then this freaking Olaf came trotting out. I think Disney did it out of spite. I think Disney wishes they had Kevin Perjurer level talent making some documentaries or some video essays on the history of their rides. So they were like, oh, this will show them. Click. Just saw the trailer for Weekend at Freddy's 2. This creeps me out now. What is Weekend at Freddy's 2? Or are you talking about, okay, listen, because there's so much Five Nights at Freddy's stuff that I don't know what is what. What is Weekend at Freddy's a separate thing? I will let you in on something. Don't use this against me. Five Nights at Freddy's freaks me out. It has always scared me so much. That's it? Okay. Yeah. I've been forced to see on YouTube the commercials of the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And you know what? They do well and people love them, but oh my God, they scare me so much. This little Olaf, though, he is 3 feet tall. I could kick him. If I needed to, I could punch his lights out. I can defend myself against this Olaf if need be. He's small. So I don't fear him. I don't fear him. Freddy, I fear him greatly, and he knows it. Oh, so scary. Anyway, I wonder when we're gonna see Five Nights at Freddy's like walk around character. I mean, we already do see them at conventions because people do make them um and cosplay as them, and they're like 10 feet tall. But like in a theme park, I wonder when we're gonna get Five Nights at Freddy's in a theme park. I wonder if there's a bit of Five Nights at Freddy's like Halloween Horror Nights haunted house. There has to have been. I don't prescribe to that content because it scares me. Um, he looks huge in this picture. He's not that big. Sorry, this is forced perspective. He's not 6 feet tall. He's like 3 feet, 2 or 3 feet. He's small. Maybe 3 feet. He's small. He's small. He's like they call him life size. So however tall he is compared to Anna, he's that small. In the parks, and he trots. He's so cute. You got to look at a video of him walking around. It's adorable, and he talks. So it's Josh Gad, I presume, recorded a bunch of new lines of dialogue for him to say. So he also speaks, and his nose is removable. So as a gag, you can remove his nose. I don't foresee this being something that guests can interact with very much in the parks. Maybe a photo op, maybe. I think it'll just be like special events. Um, is this the Paris park? Yes. So this is Olaf in front of World of Frozen in a recent press event that they did because the park is opening next year. The park is opening March 29th, 2026. Thank you for the likes, Lisa. Okay. That's so funny. He looks huge in this picture. Imagine if he was 6 feet tall and a 6-foot animatronic Olaf walking around. All right. Oh. We're moving around again. We're in Tokyo. We're in Tokyo, guys. Tokyo Disneyland. Sorry, this is actually kind of sad news. If you were really into the Club Mouse Beat show, it's ending on March 31st, 2026. Uh-oh. Sorry. Hi, Leo. You're going to Disneyland Paris in August? That's going to be so much fun. So, I was talking about it earlier, but yes, March 29th, World of Frozen is opening. The rest of the Adventure Bay expansion is opening, and the park is being renamed on that day. They also announced that there's a boat show in the Frozen, World of Frozen area that's going to have a new original song from the composers of Frozen, the Andersons. Sorry, the Lopez's. And then they also announced a new nighttime spectacular, Disney Cascade of Lights. It says it's going to happen in 2026. I'm not sure if it'll be out like up and doing shows when you get there or if it'll be after, but lots of changes coming to the Disney Adventure World. So that'll be so much fun for you when you go in August. I want to go, but you have fun there. And yeah, Club Mouse Beat is ending. Should be super exciting. It'll be so fun. It'll be so much fun. You'll love it. I've never been. You'll love it. A replacement show for this Tokyo Disneyland show will be announced at a later time, but if you are really excited to see this and you are going on April 1st, 2026, sorry, you're gonna miss it. My bad. It's a Small World in Tokyo Disneyland will be closed from November 27th. Is already closed until December 26th to add the Marvel overlay that they do from time to time. So, yes, it'll be down. That's a long time. A month to add some. I guess they're probably animatronics, huh? Maybe that will take a long time. Sorry. Sorry for doubting you, Disney. Oh, Tokyo Disneyland is going to be celebrating the new year from January 1st through the 12th, 2026. So that'll bring special merch, I presume, special food, maybe a night show. I don't know exactly what all that includes, but they are going to celebrate the new year for a couple weeks after January 1st. So fun if you're going during that time. Okay, we're moving along now. We're staying in Japan. We're staying in Japan, but we're moving to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is celebrating their 25th anniversary. The celebration will occur from March 4th, 2026 through March 30th, 2027. So a whole year. I think it's just like kind of how Disney does their anniversary celebrations, special merch. That's it. I don't know, maybe a show or something, but it'll be fun if you're going anytime soon over to Universal Japan. You'll maybe get to see some special stuff for their anniversary. Happy 25th birthday, Universal Japan. I knew you could do it. Okay, Universal Studios Hollywood. We're coming back stateside. I got to find a better system for this. This is crazy. Very unprofessional. What the heck? It started over. Where's the rest of my pictures? John is calling me. He knows I'm streaming. Okay. I don't have the rest of my pictures. They're here. I can see them. I can see them. How come I can't click them? I'm wondering if there's like a limit because I did have a lot of pictures. I'm turning off the slideshow. Sorry. Hi, John. Oh, sorry. I'm missing stuff. I keep forgetting there's international Universals. I remember the Universal Studios Japan was the first one to get the Super Mario World, and that did rub me. Well, I mean, we didn't get it over here. We were like the third to get it. I've never been, but I was pretty upset that it wasn't over here first. But yes, there are international Universals. Aren't they building one in Dubai, or is that Disney? That Dubai. Is that us? Us. Disney. I don't work for Disney. That'd be crazy. I think what's Disney's next park? Disney Park. I thought it was Abu Dhabi. Yes. Dubai. Oh. There's no Universal Studios Dubai. There was a planned project to bring Universals to Dubai, but it was canceled in 2016. The Disney park is going to be in Abu Dhabi. Hi, John. I'll tell him you said hi. John said, damn, I called. Thanks, John, for the likes. Building one in Texas, I think. Santos Escobar. Hey, buddy. Heck are you doing here? I'm talking about theme parks. Not wrestling this time around, just theme parks. My slideshow. My slideshow. She's gone. She's dead. She's dead. A kids' Universal Park. Oh, interesting. Weird topic. Not if you know me well. Not if you can see my background. We're theme park people, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we are theme park people. Okay, sorry. No more visual aids. You can blame Streamlabs. Because I did my research there. I pulled all these pictures. Anyway, Universal Studios Hollywood. Universal Studios Hollywood reveals Halloween Horror Nights 2026 dates. Select nights from September 3rd to November 1st, 2026. If you're a fiend for Halloween and you want to go all the way to California to do it, or if you live over there, I need to stop assuming that everyone lives in Florida like me. September 3rd through November 1st, select nights. We will get more information on Halloween Horror Nights 2026 later, I think. I'm One True Villain. Why? What? Then what is your name? Okay. Hi, One True Villain. I don't know why I can't watch on Twitch. That's weird. I saw you comment earlier. You chatted on Twitch. That's weird. It's okay. You're not missing anything. We're right here. All right. Oh my gosh. I have to keep changing this freaking thing. Oh no. No one talk about how horribly I just misspelled Orlando. Woof. Okay. Universal Studios Orlando. Finnegan's Restaurant will be closed for refurbishment through most of 2026, including during Halloween Horror Nights, and will reopen winter 2026. So no Finnegan's like at all next year. It's just a black screen. Oh, hopefully that's just you and not everyone on Twitch. That would be bad. It looks fine on my end, so I don't know. All right. Epic Universe. Oh, I went to go change my pictures. I don't have any pictures. Epic Universe will have extended hours on December 31st of 2025. So the park is going to close at midnight to accommodate the New Year's Eve festivities. I do believe they're doing a special fireworks show for New Year's Eve. But yeah, the park is going to be open till midnight on that day. I know it's been a common complaint about Epic Universe that it closes really early. Maybe that was just in the beginning and maybe it doesn't do that anymore. But it could be fun to be there late at night. When you have the midnight crazies. I go to bed at 10, like 10:30, so that's really late. I won't be there for that. Velocicoaster. Okay, John says he can see it just fine on Twitch. So, One True Villain, that is your... Something's wrong on your end, pal. I don't know what's going on. Sorry. The Velocicoaster closed the single rider line, and a team member advised it probably won't return. Apparently, this was done to fill all available seats to keep the wait times low. I don't quite understand how getting rid of the single rider line will do that. But hey, I don't work. I'm not a theme park worker. I don't know the ins and outs. So maybe that does make sense. From what I understand, they're separating groups into odd and even numbers. So maybe that's what they're doing now instead of just adding single riders in. I don't know. That job stresses me out. Putting people in like certain rows on a ride, it seems so stressful and like a lot of math involved. I don't want to do that. Anyway, so if you were hoping to go skip the long lines for Velocicoaster by doing single rider, you can't. It's gone now. Sorry. Legoland. This is a new one. We haven't had any Legoland news. I don't know how to spell it. It's the Legoland in Germany. It's the Lego. It's Legoland Deutschland. They're doing a Lego Harry Potter land. That sounds so cool. It's in Germany. It's in Germany, but that's cool. Well, that's it. Legoland Deutschland. I don't know if there's like a specific time frame on when that will be completed, but it was just announced. Okay. The Disney Cruise Line. We're going to end it on the Disney Cruise Line today. So much news from the Disney Cruise Line, specifically the Disney Destiny. It just set sail for the first time last month, I think. So there's a lot of like first look at this room in the cruise. and stuff like that. So I could not include every piece of news on the Disney Destiny. So if you are really interested in that, I would recommend going to WDW News Today, their website, and just search Destiny in their search bar. And you can see there's pictures from the inside of the ship. There's details on specific merch items that they have, the food, the restaurants, the shows, all that stuff. There's just so much I could not possibly fit it all in here. Um, but the Disney Destiny christening was on November 10th and was streamed live. I'm pretty sure you can revisit that video on YouTube. And there was a drone show. Right. Okay. I think we're getting closer to my vision, my future of a drone show at the Disney parks in Florida. Florida Disney parks drone shows. Get rid of the fireworks or at least make them more quiet. Thank you. John says we should go. Girl, give me $3,000 and then we can go. I do want to go really bad. I really want to go on a Disney Destiny cruise. They're so expensive, but I want to go so bad. And I even was like looking, I did look around. They don't even do like 7-day cruises. If I'm going to go and I'm going to spend all that money, I want to be there for 4 months. No, I want to be there as long as possible, but they don't do 7-day cruises. They do like 4 nights. I might have to make it work, but would love to go. Also, we got news that the Muppets will appear live on Disney cruise ships and theme parks in 2026. Appear live. Oh, dang. We already know that we're going to get the Muppets appearing live as animatronics in the new Muppets version of Rock and Roller Coaster. But I feel like this is good news that we'll see more Muppets around the parks. I feel like a lot of the Muppet stuff has been reduced in recent years. So, I mean, they did just bulldoze all of Muppets Courtyard, but I digress. But yeah, I do think this is them showing like the Muppets aren't just going to be designated to this one ride in this one park. I think they're going to be spread over a bunch of Disney parks and the cruise ships. I think this is great. I love the Muppets, and I think we need more Muppets, and we need more Muppet merch. We need more Muppet merch. I personally believe that the villain show will move eventually, and we will get a new Muppets Courtyard back behind where Rock and Roller Coaster is now. And we will, at the Rock and Roller Coaster exit, will be a Muppets gift shop finally. So I think we're gonna get our Muppets Courtyard back. I've talked about this before. It's not a conspiracy theory. I think it's just what's gonna happen. So, and then we're gonna get them on the cruise ships. Very cool. And then last thing. Oh, Bluey. Yeah, Bluey and Bingo are going to be joining select sailings in 2026 for greetings, dance parties, and more. I told you Bluey was taking over. I told you Bluey was taking over. I told you Bluey was taking over. We have Bluey in Animal Kingdom. We have Bluey in Disneyland, California. We have Bluey on the Disney cruise ships. Bluey's everywhere. And Bingo. Bluey and Bingo. I mean, it's Bluey. They're huge. So take that information, do with it what you will. If you love Bluey, congrats. It's a good time to be you. I don't know specifically what sailings Bluey's going to be on in 2026, if there's like a specific boat that they're going to be focusing on or if they're going to jump around. I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's more information to come on that. And yeah, that was everything. That was all I had. Oh my God. 3 pages of stuff. They love to just flood information. I don't know what events happened recently where so much information was released, but yeah, lots of stuff there. Thank you for joining me as I talked about theme park news from around the world. And it's Perez in the parks, not Perez in the Disney parks specifically. And I feel like in the past, I have focused a little too much on Disney specifically. Most of our news was from Disney specifically. I'll admit it, but I had some Universal sprinkled in this time. I had a Legoland in Germany, but still. When is your next Disney trip? What is something you're looking forward to seeing? I don't know when my next Disney trip is going to be. I would love to go before the end of the year, aka the end of when our blackout dates start. Um, and I want to see all of the Christmas decorations, and I want to eat all the Christmas cookies at Epcot. Um, I've been seeing all of the resort decorations for Christmas. Oh, I saw um the Fort Wilderness Lodge decorated for Christmas. It's like because it's like cabin vibes. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I would love to go see some of the resorts decorated for Christmas. Um, but yeah, there's only like 2 weekends before Christmas. Is that true? Oh my God. I have to shop. Oh my God. I have so much to buy. Um, but yeah, so that's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. Don't know when yet. I'll have to squeeze it in sometime. So we'll see. All right. Is that everything? Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it. I love theme parks. I love Disney. So it's nice to be able to share and talk about some of these updates with you guys because sometimes they do stuff and I'm like, that's crazy. Hey, everyone, didn't you guys think that was crazy? And then everyone, except for John, is like, I don't know what you're talking about. Fair enough. All right. So I'm going to head out. This was so much fun. We'll see you in the next Perez in the Parks, whenever that is. Make sure you're following us on all of our social medias. We're at Perez Periodico pretty much everywhere. A lot of our content isn't theme park related. We do a lot of wrestling commentary in a show called Pre-Per-View, which we do before every WWE pay-per-view event. We talk about pay-per-view. Premium live event, I believe, is what politically they call them now. We talk about the card and give our predictions. All of those are uploaded on YouTube if you're interested in that. We also have a podcast just called Ringside, where we talk about all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. We posted a recent episode that focused on Wicked for Good. If you're not open to Wicked criticism, don't watch it. If you want to protect your peace and you loved Wicked for Good, don't watch it. If you're open to some constructive criticism, give it a listen. That's on YouTube, Spotify, other places. Pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. That's where it is. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. My throat hurts. My voice is shot. I need to drink some water and do some laundry. So I'm heading out. And I'll see you next time.